This year's hit film Eat, Pray, Love has further tempted travelers to explore Bali's breathtaking landscape and rich culture. One UVM course will offer a dozen undergrads, local professionals, and others the opportunity to dig deeper than most travelers and explore Balinese life beyond the country's five-star resorts. This spring, instructors David and Carla Osgood, two local psychologists, will take a new crop of students to Bali as part of their course, Consciousness, Culture, and Community. The group will learn from Balinese teachers and traditional healers and participate in family and village life during their 2-week stay. UVM Today spoke with David Osgood about the heart of the course.
So the essence really of what we're looking at is intercultural communication and connection. How is it that we from the West can go into a culture that's so different, that really sees the world very, very differently, and really open to some possibilities that we very much shut down to in the West? It's not saying that they're right or they've got it and we don't. It's that there's an opening to something that's much larger. My interest as a psychologist has always been the interconnection between the psychological and the spiritual. And by spiritual, I don't mean religion necessarily, but when people drop down in their lives and are kind of searching for meaning, there's something beyond just what they think. We know that our sense of who we are, our sense of self, is primarily who we think we are. And we're in our heads a lot, and so we're consistently running a narrative in our heads about what our experience, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the Balinese don't operate in their heads all the time. They're very present in the moment. And we now know that in psychology that basically people's stress and the struggles and the suffering in their lives comes from what they're thinking and how that affects their emotion and then how that manifests in the body. To be in a culture to just for a while drop away from that, to be present. You can call it meditation. I mean, what is meditation? It's essentially being present with what is, rather than constantly wishing it was something else. Balinese are extraordinary teachers of the present moment. And that's an amazing psychological, what's spiritual, what's psychological, I don't know. But it's a great gift. At least it has been for Carla and I and for many of the students that we've brought there. I think the biggest challenge for university students and just Western people in general is they got to get out of their heads. See, I mean, stepping outside your cognition, you begin to connect at a level that's beyond thought. Because the Balinese operate in a world that they call Siskala and Niskala. Siskala means there's a world of what you see, which is physical objects in this world, your thoughts, your feelings, all of that. But then there's what you don't see. Niskala is what you don't see. And that's where they feel their connection with ancestors, with the gods, the demons, letting go of what you think you're seeing and just experience it. Just be with it. Be present with what's there without filtering it through all of your Western perspectives. Now, we also have time every day for people to filter. In other words, we get together. We only take a dozen folks. And community is everything. So every day we sit down and we process what's going on. And if you have 15 people watching a trance dance, you've got 15 different perspectives. And hearing each perspective and realizing there's no one way of doing this is really important.